Hey guys, happy Saturday. Hailey here, obviously. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different. As you can see, I am not wearing any makeup, just have my hair up, kind of have on like a pajama shirt, UCLA pajama shirt. I don't even know if you can actually see, but I'm like legitimately in bed, like the covers are pulled up. So it's a cozy Saturday on this crisp October day. It's actually not crisp, it's actually like 85 degrees outside, but that's just LA for you. But anyway, so what I was saying was today I want to do something a little bit different. I was thinking about what I can say to you guys this week, and you know, my channel kind of covers various things. A lot of the videos on this channel are informational, so a lot of research goes into those. They're very well thought out, very rehearsed. I have like a little outline that I refer to as I'm making the video, filming the video. Some of them are vlogs where obviously I take you around, show you what's going on at school. I thought I would just kind of take an opportunity to speak to you guys candidly because, I mean, you know me by now if you're a regular subscriber. If not, make sure you subscribe. I post a lot of interesting content about transferring in UCLA and blah, blah, blah. But if you know me, you know that I'm always honest with you guys. I'm very open with you guys. I share as much as I feel comfortable sharing about my life. So today I thought I would just kind of talk about my goals and my fears of being a transfer student at UCLA, especially since this is my first year, and it's such a big adjustment. So let's just get right into it. So I want to start off with the goals. The biggest goal of them all is to be academically successful and to do well in my classes and to be engaged, be an engaged learner, an active learner, and you know, do well on my assignments and all that. So that's a big one. Before I got here, I was like, ooh, I want to graduate like magna cum laude or summa cum laude or whatever I don't even know which one is like the more distinguished honors one, whichever one is better. I wanted to graduate like with honors, and then once I got here and I started doing the work, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen because it's rigorous. And I'll get into that more when I talk about the fears, but I still want to be successful. Obviously I want to do the best that I can, and I think so far I'm on that path. There's a lot of work to be done, but I think I'm headed in a good direction so far. The last goal is that I want to get involved, and I want to get involved on campus. That's specifically what I mean when I say I want to get involved. So I definitely think that UCLA has a lot to offer. I mean, it's UCLA. And I showed you guys in my, which vlog was it? It was like the 0 week vlog, the enormous activities fair, which was in the quad, like between Royce Hall and Powell Library, where like all the clubs on campus come out and they try to recruit you and get you to join. So I definitely want to get involved in any way that I can. I try to get involved in the Bruin Linguistics Society, which was called B-Ling, and it's kind of weird because the clubs here, like, you have to apply. Like, even if you're not going for a position in the club, like, you have to apply just to be a member of the club. But for the Linguistics Society, it was like actually a position, and I think there were 11 positions open, either 7 or 11 positions, I don't remember. But anyway, I applied, and I actually spoke with like one of the guys who was on the committee personally and introduced myself, and yeah, I didn't get accepted to that society, so that was a little discouraging, but I'm not gonna let it like hold me back from applying to anything else throughout the year and throughout my senior year as well. I think of it as kind of a little roadblock. It was a little bit discouraging because I was like, okay, if I can't even get into the linguistics club and that's my major, then like what am I doing here? It's also, what kind of sucked about that is that like that's really the only linguistics club on campus, so if I'm not in that one, then what am I really doing? I don't know. I think I need to go out and explore more. But yeah, like I just want to get involved with as much as I can. There are a lot of things on campus. There are just like various clubs for like anything. Like there's a health club, and then the health club has its own divisions of different clubs within the health club about like different things, like I don't even know, medical access or something like that, like body positivity. One of my roommates is in the body positivity club. So there's just a bunch of different things. I think part of the problem is that there's so many things that I don't even know like where to begin, and I don't really know where to start. So yeah. Ooh, a big one that might come up is Greek life. So a lot of people join Greek life when they come to college. Personally, I don't really want to be a part of Greek life because, so actually I really did want to be a part of Greek life when I was in high school. I was like, oh, when I go to college, like, it looks so fun, it looks so cool. And I learned that there was like a lot of philanthropy as a part of it. So, you know, you do a lot of charity events and stuff like that. And that was something that I was always very involved in high school through my ASB, Associated Student Body position. But then I actually knew some people who were in Greek life, and I just learned that like it's very expensive to be a member, to live in the house if you choose to live in the house. And then also I learned that like if you don't come to some of the meetings or even some of the parties, like they fine you. So that wasn't something that I'm really down with because I don't really have a lot of money. I want to spend it very wisely, and I can't be getting fined because I choose to go study for a test that I have the next day, or I choose to go to work instead of choosing to go to the sorority party on the row. You know what I mean? So it's not really for me. And then when I was walking around, like there were a few days when they were recruiting and they were like trying to get people who were just walking by on campus to join the sorority, and my roommate said she experienced this too, but honestly, like the sorority girls would like look at me and then look away and not hand me a flyer. So that just gave me like a really bad vibe, and I was like, okay, like this is really weird and exclusive and totally appearance-based, and I'm like not down with that. Anyway, on to the fears. So I think the biggest fear out of all of them that I have is school itself, like actually the grades and stuff like that. Let me tell you guys, the first week of school, like the actual first week of classes, I cried so many times because I was just like, oh my god, this shit's so hard. Like, guys, honestly, community college did not prepare me for UCLA. Like, really, it's not even comparable. Like, the workload is a lot harder here. Like, it's a lot more challenging, it's a lot more demanding, and I was just feeling like really stressed and like overwhelmed, like, oh my god, like I'm not meant to be here, like I'm not cut out for UCLA, like this is so hard, like blah blah. And to be completely honest with you, I've still had those moments since, and I probably will still have those moments as I progress through UCLA. I went to class and it was just like really hard. Like in my linguistics class, in my intro to linguistics class, okay? It was so hard. I could not follow along at all, and like everyone else like knew what was going on, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I was like freaking out because I was like, what is even going on? And then in my ASL class, it's ASL 4, right? And so you guys know that I took ASL in community college, and I was probably not the best, but I was probably like one of the top 3 students in my ASL classes at community college. Okay, I get to my first class, I literally cannot understand what the professor is signing, like at all. And I can't even understand what the other students are signing. Like, they're so fast and their vocabulary is so much wider than mine. Like, they were using all these signs that I had never even seen before. And I was like, are you serious? And I was just like freaking out and blah, blah, like, ugh, major crisis. Now I've just realized that it's not impossible. It's just gonna require a lot more discipline and studying than community college did, and it's gonna require a different type of discipline and studying than community college is. I've had to adjust the way that I'm learning multiple times since I've been here. Like, I've been to office hours for my intro to linguistics class like every like day that it's offered to me. I went to office hours like a handful of times at community college, and only for my Psych 2 class because it was so hard. My second fear that I want to address is my social fear. If you guys have watched my community college experience video, then you know that I'm very shy and I can struggle in social situations sometimes where I need to like relate to people, and that affected me a lot in high school. Like, I had like no friends and it was just very hard, and I became very depressed. And I would say that because of that, I'm definitely stronger now, and I don't like let my happiness and my self-worth as a person rely on my friends or like how many friends I have or who I'm hanging out with or what I'm doing. So this isn't as big of a fear now as it was for me in high school, but I still kind of worry, like, what if I don't really fit in with the people here, especially since a lot of the students here are from LA, and as you guys know, I'm not from LA, I'm from the Bay Area. One of my biggest fears, aside from like the academic aspect of school, is paying for school. And I don't think I've talked about this much just because typically I tend to talk about like how you get into school, but honestly guys, I'm not doing so well. Like, wow, it's expensive. So just to give you guys like a quick, very general synopsis of my financial situation, it costs approximately $35,000 a year for me to go here as an in-state student, and it's $15,000 for the tuition, about $15,000 for the tuition. That's not including like textbooks or anything, that's just like units. And then $20,000 for the housing, and the housing, I think the housing was $17,500 or something like that, and then the meal plan is like $2,500 or something like that, like around those numbers. And if you live on campus, you're required to have a meal plan, which is like, why wouldn't I have a meal plan anyway? But just to let you guys know. So it's like $20,000 for me to live here in a single suite. I got a grant from the university for about $10,000. $7,000 of that was for like school related stuff, like tuition, and then $3,000 of that was like a healthcare plan at school. I did get a small government loan. It really wasn't that significant. I think there was one subsidized and one unsubsidized, and I think like total it's like $6,000 for both of them. There's still a lot that needs to be paid, and as of right now, I don't really know how I'm gonna pay for it. It's October. The next payment would be in January, for $5,000 for my housing. So I need to come up with $5,000. I think honestly, one of the things that like no one really tells you, or maybe it's just me, I don't know, but it's really hard to like navigate loans and stuff like that. And honestly, I've called the financial aid office multiple times and I'm like, I don't really know like even how to approach this. Like, can you give me some resources? And they were like, oh, you need to figure out how to get a loan. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, can you help me? Like, can you tell me where to start? Like, I don't even really know like where to start. And they're like, that's up to you. And I was like, what? This video is honestly so rambly. I'm sorry. Like, I don't even know if anyone will watch this, but I just wanted to be open and honest with you guys because that's the type of person that I am. I would never lie and I would never downplay anything. So, especially for transfer students who are out there, I think that it's not really like readily available, like the information about like what it feels like to be a transfer student. So I just want to let you know, like, I'm not sugarcoating anything. It's hard, it's challenging. Is it worth it? I think so. At the end of the day, I'm very happy that I'm going to have a degree from UCLA in applied linguistics. Like, I couldn't be happier with that. But I mean, the process is difficult, but I think that that's any process, and you just need to trust the process and trust yourself and believe in yourself, like you are capable of it, but it's not a piece of cake. Anyway, thanks for tuning into the video. I hope you guys could at least relate to it. I hope that it could at least give you a kind of idea of what it's like to be a student, a transfer student at UC. And I will see you guys next Saturday with hopefully a better, more put together video. So, bye.